Hello and welcome back to day 3 of Leatt LIVEmaniacs. Today we are at Via Ferata, a brand new section that has never been done before in the Red Bull Romaniacs. I'm Craig Stone and joining me today is Santiago Freinademetz. Santi, we've had some awesome action today. You are the main track manager today for day 2, which we had yesterday, and today day 3. What can we expect?
Yeah, I'd say today is a nice start in the morning, riding over some common track, getting into this Gold Hill, short, steep hill climbs. Nothing too hard, but enjoyable, nice riding.
Yeah, and the guys had a pretty long day yesterday. We had a long liaison section over the mountains from Sibiu to get here, and they had a marathon stage, which we haven't seen for quite a few years. A marathon stage where the riders had to use their own tools, rely on the tools that they were carrying, no change in tires. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go in these opening sections with the tires that they had yesterday. But let's go and have a look at the flyover of the track that they are going to be riding today and see what's in store for them. A pretty long road section to get to the start because we need to get into the mountains, and then they're going to have 2 or 3 difficult loops before arriving here at Via Ferata. Here they will do 3 laps of the Leatt LIVEmaniacs before going to a very difficult hill climb called the Mofo before they get into service point. From the service point is going to be a liaison again before making their way to the finish. So let's go and have a look at the track walk. We're going to give you a nice representation of what the riders have in store for us. Hello and welcome to the Leatt LIVEmaniacs. We are at Via Ferata, which means the cableway. And this is quite possibly the most extreme, the toughest LIVEmaniacs we have had to date. The riders will go up this extreme section behind us where they will need to use some of the ropes and cableways to make their way up the vertical rock ledges, down some steep switchbacks and up the other side and over the top. Let's go and see how they get going. Okay, so here we go. Santi Freinademetz, our test rider, is going to show us how it's done. He's got to shoot up here to the left and pick up the path on the left-hand side there. Not too bad from here on, but it's about to get super extreme. So now here we are at the Via Ferata, the real Via Ferata, where you can have to hold on to these cableways and make it up here on the tractor tracks. Let's go. Nice riding, Santiago. Across this camber, then they're going to make their way left and back down and through the switchbacks. Okay, we're making our way up to the snake pit now. We've got a man-made single trail here with a pivot turn. Santi getting it up high, so there's no consequence of any slip. You're going to pull the bike around across the camber and then up and over those rocks. There he goes, just waiting at outside foot peg so the back wheel doesn't slide. He's going to go across and up and over that ledge there. Okay, we've got a little chute up here, second gear, but you got to get across this camber. Not too much throttle. That's it. Just pushing it over. Now you're going to go across the boardwalk here, along the boardwalk and around the other side. Nice riding, Santi. Let's go, boy. Across the boardwalk, round the corner, and then there's more action. So here we go. Santiago's made it across the boardwalk, done a left turn, and now he's going to go up this chute. He's got to use those rocks, get the drive. There you go. Okay, Santi's muscled his way up the steep climb here. He's going to put it across and go straight up these rocks here. There should be good grip for him. The riders will be more than happy now to get onto these stones where there's guaranteed traction. Drive up there. There he goes. Santi's making his way now up to the last few man-made switchbacks where our track managers have worked tirelessly to cut these paths, cut a nice little trail for them just to make it a bit safer and easier to get across this camber. Still a bit more work in store though. We still need to get to the snake pits. Santi knocking it down into first there now. Nice and easy across here, making his way around this tricky little corner. Couple little edges to work around. Got to watch your exhaust pipe, got to watch your foot pegs. Where's the brake discs? Where are you putting your back wheel? We're just about at the top now of Via Ferata. Couple more turns to make and then we're at the top. Santi gonna switch it across this section. I can tell you it's been really difficult just walking up here, let alone riding. So here we are just about at the top, last few turns. I can tell you I'm absolutely spent just from walking up here. The riders are going to have a real challenge to get up here. It's going to be about conserving your energy, looking for your spots to take advantage of where you can gain some time, but just conserve because you have more than one lap up here and you don't want to go too hard out the gates. So we're just about there at the top now. We're going across this little section, one more small little hill before we're going down, steep down. So this is the final downhill of Via Ferata. The riders have made their way all the way to the top. Now it's a nice bump slide, screed all the way down to the bottom before they start again. Make sure to tune in to redbullromaniacs.com where you can watch LIVEmaniacs. Let's go and have a look at a clip from day 2 and the struggles that they went through on day 2. But just want to give you an update on the progress today. The riders should be here in the next 3 or 4 minutes, but the breaking news from the track is that Graham Jarvis has unfortunately pulled out of the race. Graham started the event with some broken ribs, which he got at one of the past events. So unfortunately, we will not see Graham taking part in here, which is a real shame. But let's go down to Diana, who is with Martin at the entrance of Via Ferata.
Yeah, I'm with the mastermind behind everything, all the race, all the tracks. Hey Martin, how are you? Nice helmet, by the way.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, I'm prepared for Via Ferata, and you know, in the climbing world, you gotta wear a protection, a helmet, concerning falling stones. There might be, alpine danger on those kind of steep hills. Been talking with our track director Theo, and discussed where we will have next year's LIVEmaniacs sections. And he said, yeah, I drove by here in Lotro Valley, and I've seen right next to the bicycle trail a cross up on a mountain, and it looked very spectacular. Can you go and give it an inspection? And I said, oh, that's just too much. But then we haven't really found any other spot, and let's work a little bit on that hill to make it rideable for our motorbikes, but also achievable for tourists to hike up there to this cross, because it's really beautiful up there, and especially when you manage to ride your bike up there and you're on the top of the cross, it's like, yeah. So I think a bunch of our riders will have that feeling, I have conquered a mountain. And I think it's a really very spectacular mountain here, and I like it a lot.
Oh, we have Theo Kabachev. Back to the commentators.
Okay, so here we have it. There we are live. Theodore was the first to arrive because, of course, he won the day 2 yesterday. He's the first to arrive here at Via Ferata. Let's see, but right on his heels is Manny. Right behind him, so Manny closed that 1 minute gap. Theo making that fire up there on the stones, making up really high, so you can see the trail just to his right there. So he's going to swing it around and get onto that trail. Oh, Manny overtake. Manny with the overtake. That was awesome.
Yeah, Manny just got this one little shoot up now right in front of him, Theo in the back. Let's see how they go.
And this is just rinse and repeat for Manny here. First one out on this Leatt LIVEmaniacs once again. Got clear track ahead of him, and he's just going to want to stretch it out. But on an absolute charge today is Wade Young. Wade started 8 minutes behind these two, and through CP3's checkpoint 3 so far, Wade is the fastest out on track. So Wade is on an absolute charge. Theo losing a bit of time. He's lost 4 minutes so far. Did he go too deep yesterday? We'll have to wait and find out.
Manny just making it up there to push the bike over to the ridge.
Theo trying to keep up with him now because he would have not been happy with that overtake that Manny made on him. Is he gonna, oh, I thought he was going to launch himself in front of him.
Oh,
he is.
He is. Let's see. Oh my God.
These two like a motocross style here, bashing bars. So Theo definitely was not happy with that overtake. Getting one back on Manny. Now Manny has to sit and wait a little bit to clear the track because it's quite steep there.
Definitely. If Manny manages to gather enough speed, he might be able to overtake in this section.
We should see Mario coming into picture quite soon because these gold guys only started 1 minute apart. So Mario should be close behind, and then Marco Volkner and Wade Young. Manny backing it up there just onto that little flat part before he can fire it up and get some drive to the top. You can see how smart he is, just saving his energy. Theo would have used a lot of energy to get that jump on Manny again to get ahead of him. Manny just being tactical, playing it smart, looking where to go, where's the best line to take. So Theo, he's now at this shoot up where he'll go up onto the ridge before it gets really steep. So Mario just arriving. Mario's just ridden past us here, so Mario is into the section. He's going to do that third gear jump over the little creek and up that hill climb.
Theo just spotting out the line to see where exactly to go, not making any mistakes.
How awesome is that sound of Mario behind us?
Oh, Mario just firing up that shoot up.
He's absolutely one of the best hill climbers, Mario. You've got to see him in action because he just seems to somehow make his way up and clear some of the steepest hills that others can't do.
And Wade just passing us right now.
So these guys all going really fast this morning.
Really close together as well.
And that path there where Theo is pretty narrow. He doesn't, he's taking a straight line, eh, Santi?
Yes, he's turned around before the stone. When I went up, I turned around behind it and then came back to the switchback. But yeah, as you can see, Theo also having a little bit of a struggle there. Narrow track.
It's pretty narrow, and he may have clipped his handlebar on the stone there, so he's either going to hold Manny up or use his energy. There is another line to the left there, which if Manny spots it, he can take. Doesn't look like he's seen it. Getting really vertical there, arms at full extension to turn that bike around.
A lot of walking in this section, not much riding, is it?
Yeah, especially on these pivot turns because you don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah.
The camera, as always, flattens out these sections.
Does not do it any justice at all.
And those pivot turns, if you get it wrong and slide back down, you're just going to waste so much energy and time to try and get back up again.
And now you just see how well these guys ride. Like, it took me way longer than it takes them. I don't know how long Theo's on this hill now, but for me it seems like it's only 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it took me probably 10 times, if not 20 times that much.
So Mario on that turn there, see, that's pretty smart because he's made the turn before the stone. He may have seen that it was quite narrow for the handlebars to get past, and he's going to get a bit more drive here. But I'm interested to see if anyone's going to spot that line to the left where you don't have to do quite a steep a pivot turn or risk your handlebars knocking that rock there. So at checkpoint 4, when they came into the section now, I've got a little bit of an update on results, and Mario has overtaken Wade in the standings. So Mario also on an absolute flyer. He had an awesome day one.
So Johnny Walker just passed by, and we can see the guys already on the downhill. Manny really close to Theo. And Johnny firing up that hill. The bike sounds so good.
Manny knows he's got a lot of time in his back pocket on Theo, so Maybe he's just following Teo's lines, putting him under pressure, because Teo knows he needs to try and get out of sight from Manny, push as hard as he can. And if he knows, then he looks behind him and Manny's always there. It's just going to put more and more pressure on him. Johnny taking a slightly wider line than the others there, so that's interesting. Looks pretty good. It's working nicely for him. He's just going to have a look here now. Take a breath, because he can see he needs to make a good pivot turn at the end there, and Johnny really good at his pivot turns. Oh, sorry, he's here by the boardwalk.
Yeah, getting a really nice up and across this man-made bridge.
Nicely ridden by Johnny there. It looks like second gear, or he was going pretty quick there to get the drive, but you can see that the sun is baking on this hill now. Things are starting to dry out and get a little bit loose, so we can't see it on picture, but we can hear behind us here now Teo and Manny firing up this hill climb. Sounds like they're going together up there. It'll be interesting to see the different lines and if they're going to cross paths again. Wow, that just sounds so bad. There you go. Oh. Whoa, la 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 la.
There was, I think, yeah, Teo was trying to overtake Manny again, but at least he got in front of Mario.
And I wonder, Mario was pretty far off the path there. I wonder what happened to Mario. He may have just slid down. It's a little bit uncharacteristic of them to get, but look at the jump, man. He's got straight away, just absolutely pulling away here.
Just doing his thing and
look
just
at that.
Pulling away.
Not wasting time, because now what he's going to do is put the hammer down, build a little bit of a lead, because he knows that Teo's going to have to push himself into the red zone to try and catch back up.
And you can just see that he knows the hill now. He just learned everything, and now he's just giving it his best.
What he's going to try and do most likely is actually to get out of sight of Teo, because then Teo can't gauge where Manny is or how hard he needs to push
so he's
to make it back to him.
It's kind of a mental game as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. And there's Mario now. So the two teammates of the Shoko factory team together in the same picture on this section. Of course, Mario on his first lap, because he arrived behind Teo. How did Mario get out there so fast?
It's a good question. This time he got it perfect.
He sort of skipped that last switchback up to the tree, looks like. That's good riding from Mario.
And there you can just see Manny on his way down and into his third lap.
Yeah, this will be the last lap. So here we go. Now we're going to get really interesting, because the first two laps, they fired up the hill climb to the right of the Via Ferata, the actual Via Ferata where the ropes and cables are. But now Manny, when he makes his turn to go into the third lap, is going to do a 90 left. He's not going to go up the hill climb. He's going to make a 90 left and go up the Via Ferata. So things are going to about to get really interesting. And here we go. Here's Manny. So he's going to ride through the ditch, because he's on the other side of the tape with the jump. And he's going to make a 90 left. So he's just checking it out the line there. 90 left and into Via Farata. Hold on to your seats, because this is absolutely extreme.
Definitely. You know, a few years ago we had the Moto Vertical Madness. Well, I'd say this is really vertical.
Yeah. Reloaded, take two. Wow, that's incredible riding. I cannot tell you how steep it is there. When we walked this earlier today, they had some ropes for us to walk up there just to avoid slipping down, and Manny's been able to just clear it up and ride it.
I do not understand the way Manny and all the other riders managed to just ride this well. I mean, look at him. He just got up to the tree effortless.
Absolutely effortless. And I don't know if you can see it, but in the shadows there, we've actually drilled some steel bar into the rocks there to help them get some grip. But I just can't understand how they're riding this. It's just incredible, really it is.
Wow. That was so easy. I must say, when I looked at this section first, I was afraid of it. and they just make it seem so easy. The camera doesn't do it any justice at all. Man is just on the roll again.
So where he is now, he's going to drop back down onto that trail, which was at the top of the little Farata hill climb. So he'll be back on familiar terrain, knowing exactly where he's going and what he's doing. Look how fast he does that pivot turn.
Easy, easy. Oh, and then you see...
Oh, that's Johnny.
Johnny. But Johnny's in his second run?
So Johnny is in his second run, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, second run.
Manny, not sure if he's telling Johnny to come through or follow him. Yeah, he's saying, come on, boy.
Come on, let's
follow
go.
my wheel.
Come on, let's ride together.
Yeah. These guys are such good friends off the track.
Yeah, I just love to see it when they like, you can see their friends also on the track.
Yeah.
They are rivals
Yeah.
racing, but you can see that they're good friends.
So Manny tearing through this now. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows where to go. He knows what to expect.
Let's see, he's I would say halfway through the uphill, and this is already his final lap.
I'm just trying to look here if I can find how long it's taking them to do this section, because we estimated around 10 to 12 minutes for them to do a lap on each of these, but it looks like around 9 minutes.
And now you can see Mario is in front of Theo on this Via Ferata section with the bridge. Managing to get up nicely. Manny just riding the top section, going around this ridge over this one steep rut.
I think Manny's snapped the elastic now. He's broken away from Teo. This doesn't look to me at this stage like Teo's going to make it back to him.
And now Manny just right before getting to the top to the cross. Flawless. Flawless riding. No problem for him. You know, it's just little traverse and the downhill. And you can just really see how well he's done it, because now Theo has a lot of traffic before him.
I think that's Mitch Brightmore's behind him. So Mitch just doing the right thing and waiting for Theo to turn that bike around. He knows that Theo's in the hunt for the podium, so he's just going to give him a little bit of room to move, but also give himself a bit of a breather so that he's got some good energy to clear the section.
Also not bad to see how this, where you have to go.
Yeah, good point, because Mitch is on his first lap here, and he will know that Theo is on his last lap. So he's going to also try and just hang on to that back wheel and get Theo to pull him along. Manny definitely pulling out the lead here now, because Manny is just about at the bottom. I'm looking forward to hear what Manny has to say about this Via Ferata.
Hi Manuel, how are you?
Pretty good.
How was the track?
Was actually pretty good. I liked it that the third lap was a little bit different, so it wasn't too much traffic. But other than that, pretty quiet, good track, I would say.
Yeah, you guys actually had to ride the third lap 3 times, but I think Martin had a bit of mercy today. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I was quite good like this, I think, because like the other one would have been way too much traffic. They picked up the marking at the top, so it was a bit, I think, was not clear for most of the guys. I just saw Theo cutting, and I thought that was also the track. So yeah, I went twice, more or less 10 seconds, a bit of a shortcut, but other than that, I did it in the third lap, so yeah, quite happy.
Still, you did a very good job. Thank you very much and take care. Have a great time.
Thanks.
Is for the language there. Money ready, overexerted now. It was a tough section for him to get through, and it can be a little bit frustrating if you can't find the way where you're expecting to go and you're having to just take a break and have a look. You can just take your break in your concentration, because he's trying to focus on where he wants to ride and put his wheels to get good drive out of this section. So Marco Volkner now, he's getting up past these rocks here now, and should hopefully get
so much speed. Just shooting up that.
I got Sorry Bro here with me. How is it going? Did you had any Sorry Bro moments on the track?
Well, Theo passed me like a sorry bro, even not touching me, but I was able to pass him again in the downhill. This LIVEmaniacs, I think, is the hardest we ever done. It's super sketchy, in the limit of the edge all the time, but I enjoy a lot. It was super fun.
You like challenges. You're usually saying, I want it tough, I want challenges, I want more. So my question to you is, do you want this LIVEmaniacs section also next year?
Yeah, 100%.
But you need to do the third lap 3 times. Not like this, not like you did it today.
I can do it. It's much better than go wide open, 6th gear, flat out in a gravel road.
We heard good news. Thank you, Mario.
Thank you.
We saw Wade Young there as well in the finish. So it looks like Wade has also finished his 3 laps. Oh, just trying to pick up who this is. Oh, that's a Rigo Rico. So Rigo just sliding down there, which is not ideal. He's quite close to the boardwalk, but it's going to take a lot of energy just to pick that up now. Hopefully we can hear from Wade Young in a few minutes, because Wade has been on a charge this morning. Up until this section of the Leatt LIVEmaniacs, Wade was the fastest rider on track. Wade riding for the Leatt Gas team this year and had some outstanding results. He is the current leader of the FIM Hard Enduro World Championship, and he's going to want to do everything he can to maintain that lead and stay ahead of Manny, who's on an absolute tearing streak at the moment.
Yeah, I got the Safa with me here. How are you, Wade?
Yeah, good. Last section, good. Everything rideable, just a bit of traffic on the last lap, but yeah, better rhythm today, so keep pushing.
So you started with used tires. How does it feel?
Yeah, good. I need to go. Sorry.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, Diana not having much time to talk to Wade. I talked to him just before that, and he said the hill was actually not that bad, but he could tell that it's getting crowded, and yeah, it's a little bit of a problem for those guys.
So Santi, these guys have had a bit of a struggle here now, the riders coming through, but what an absolute masterclass from Mani and Mario on the section of Leatt LIVEmaniacs.
Absolutely, flying up this hill, just perfect.
So tomorrow is the day 4 of the Red Bull Romaniacs, the 21st edition. Make sure to tune in. We have a really great show and program for you guys to see all the riders trying to make it up the hill climb this year. Hopefully we can see a lot of them through the top. So tune in tomorrow. Thank you for watching today, and we see you soon.